Hello and welcome to Talking While podcast where I talk about anything and everything there is to talk about really. Um Today we actually have a video recording. I recently just got a webcam, so it's going to be really fucking awkward to record these now cuz you can actually see me, and I'm not used to like ever talking on camera. Like even on Zoom, like back in like 2020 when COVID hit, I always had my Zoom camera off because I was like, dude, I don't know how to react. Like, do I look directly at the camera? Do I look at myself? Like, do I look at the dog in the background? That's Indigo, by the way. It's gonna be so weird for people who don't watch the videos. I don't plan on relying on visual effects, or anything. So, literally just the dog. So, if you want to check out the dog, go go figure the, video process. I haven't actually checked into the video process, so I'm not sure where it's gonna be uploaded. It will be uploaded to YouTube. I am gonna make a YouTube channel for this. As well as I am working on other projects as creating a YouTube channel, like I said. Um, so for that YouTube channel, there is gonna be maybe like quote unquote streams, not streams. It's just literally like random ass things I'll talk about or make a video about. So like maybe like a day in the life vlog. Like, oh my, I sound like such a white girl. I mean, I am a white girl, but like, it's just like random things like that. Cause I think like sometimes my life is very interesting and it's like I make videos and have this podcast for myself. Like, it's not really to make money or anything. It's for me to be able to like look back and be like, hey, during 2024, I was a little cunt because of this, this, and this. Like, that's literally the point of this, and just to see how much I've grown. Um, so that's why I like kind of describe these things as kind of like weird or like self promoting. It's kind of weird, but it is really weird. I need to stop saying the word weird. I've said it like 7 times in the last sentence. Today, let me just pull up my script. So obviously, um, I've already talked about the camera. Sorry. It's been a long time. I think it's been since like May. Even before that, like April, March, April maybe. I don't even know the last time I recorded an episode, which is like really bad. It probably was March. Right around March, right when my great grandma had passed, and I remember doing an episode about that. Um so a lot's happened since then. I have moved literally to the opposite side of the country at 18, which in my head is like, oh, I'm like, yeah, I just moved. Like a lot of people my age move. A lot of people move to college. I'm living in an apartment, a 700-foot square apartment. So, yeah, I that's kind of crazy. The big monitor in front of me just turned off, so that like changed the lighting a lot. Um so yeah, I've moved across the country. I graduated high school. I guess that's kind of another big thing. It doesn't really feel that big to me. It's like it is September. It's like literally the end of September. It's September 24th when I'm recording this. And I see all my younger friends still in high school and I'm like, dude, like I miss fucking Friday night lights. Like I miss going to football games. Like I miss being the mascot. I miss doing those things and it's like I feel like my life's kind of boring now. But it's like I wouldn't go want to go back to high school. Like I feel like that like I don't want to be doing that. Like I'm currently taking a few classes online because that's the only thing that like fits my schedule and my budget for college. Um so I am doing that, but it's like it's just really weird. It's really weird like going on Instagram on Friday nights or whatever and just seeing like all my friends are like living their lives and it's so weird and it's like they're living their lives without me. And it like I got really comfortable with knowing that people were there. Like not like there for me, that they just existed and that they existed in the same kind of area that I did. So like I'm gonna use this specific person for an example. Jesus Christ. I feel like I'm starting to get an accent from living out here because there's a bunch of like people I work with, they have pretty heavy accents. It's just the way they say like weird words like Spanish. They like pronounce the C or like Appalachian is it Appalachian? No, Appalachian. They say it weird. Um, but this specific girl, I don't even know how to like. Very nice, very nice. Like my age, very nice. Whatever. Like I haven't really spoken to her. This is gonna sound really stalkerish. It's not meant to be stalkerish. It's just like I never really had talked to her, but when I did talk to her, it was like nice to talk to her, and it was like nice in the aspect that like, oh, we're very similar in complete opposite ways, which is very contradicting, but for like in my mind it makes sense. But she is still like in Oregon and everything. She's still doing her own thing. Like that, like I said, this sounds really stalkerish. I'm not trying to be a stalker. I'm not saying I'm a stalker or anything. I'm not a stalker. I mean, I might like stalk your mom's Facebook page, but I'm not an actual stalker. But like I'm using her as an example because she gave me so much comfort from just I just knew she was there. And it's not like I knew she was there for me. I just knew that she existed and that we existed in the same place at the same time. And I got comfort from like people's presence is as in like going to school with her or like going to school with these people. Like I had comfort in knowing that, oh yeah, X, Y, and Z is gonna be here. Oh, I know what to expect from them and I know how like this class is gonna pan out with them in it. Like I know that my teacher's gonna tell them go Ducks to shut the fuck up, and they won't shut the fuck up. Sorry, that yeah, but like it's so weird. Like there's 5 of us from my graduating class over here, not in like where I'm living, but there's 5 of us on the east side of the Mississippi, and that's it. Everybody else is over there. So like 70 of them stayed opposite side. 5 of us left. So it's like it's very weird to not have that comfort, and it's also very weird to like I don't have a car anymore. My car is in the process of being sold, which is kind of sad for me because like I really love my car, and it's like all these memories on my Snapchat are popping up of me fixing my car and stuff. I'm like, dude, like I miss the comfort that I got from that car. Like I miss the comfort and the presence of things and feelings and people. It's not necessarily that I would talk to or talk to anybody. It's just the fact that I knew that they were there. You know, it's like knowing a light switch is there when the room is dark. Like it's like that, or like yeah, that's my best example. Like knowing where a light switch is when it's dark and you can't see. That's like the kind of feeling it is. And now that light switch for me is gone. And it's not gone. It's just I just can't find it at this point. It's different. And it's like it's so different to like see how everybody else is like growing. Like I'm going back onto the stalker side of things. I'll pop through people's Instagrams and stuff, and I'll be like, oh, like that's different. And it's like I'm thinking like I don't feel like I've changed very much. Like yeah, I've moved across the entire country, 3,000 miles away from home, but I don't feel different. I feel me. Still like I don't necessarily feel me. I feel the same. Like I don't feel like I've grown since high school or graduation, and I feel like I'm like not resenting the fact that I haven't grown, but I'm resenting the feeling of not taking high school more seriously, or not more seriously, just like not living in the moment as much as in high school. Like I was working so much for all the years that I actually attended high school in person, because freshman year I was online. So sophomore year I was working, junior year I was working, senior year I was working, junior year like February I stopped working. So that was nice and I got to do more things, but like senior year like I felt like I did so much within like the school. Like I joined a bunch of clubs and a bunch of random ass things that I could, but it's like I don't feel like I enjoyed those moments. And in the moment they were really stressful, and it's like I look back in those moments, I'm like, damn, I could have done that a lot differently. And I feel like that's how I look about a lot of things, but I feel like high school is one of those big things that it's like, oh, like, yeah, I could have done that a lot differently. Oh, yeah, I could have talked to a lot more people. I could have made more friends, yada, yada, yada. But it's like I said, I just think of like I'm resenting myself for that, but it's like I don't really have a regret in what I did during high school. It's just like, it's weird talking to like people, especially coworkers, about my high school experience when they're all at least 10 years older than me. Like everyone at work except for two or three people, are all in their late 20s, early 30s. I think we have like a 46 year oldish, like 40 to 45-year old guy that I work with, and he's a little strange. And then also like the owner of the company and everything is like freaking 60. He's kind of old, but not like old in like a vegetable old. He's like in a just like a lived in old, like a house. Like you know how a house gets lived in, you can tell it's old and used. That's how this guy's old. Not like not taken care of old, you know. Um but it's just weird. That entire experience is really weird, and it makes me like wish I'd done things differently. Because they'll ask me about certain things. They're like, "Oh, did you go to any parties?" I'm like, "No, like not really. Like I never was one to go to parties," and it's like I don't regret that, but it's also like I kind of do regret that because like I wish that I did more. Like I said, but it's like I like the experience that high school gave me, and I feel like it's kind of weird because I joined the high school I went to so late because I was a transfer student. I transferred sophomore year, and so like I didn't have my people, and it's like I have friends from two different high schools. Like I'm like really close with these people, and it's like it's so weird. But it's also like the people that still go to that high school that I went to, like that are younger than me. Like I feel like I've lost so much contact with them, and I feel like that I miss them so much, but it's like hard to like admit that to them and be like, yeah, I miss you. Yeah, I miss talking to you. I miss seeing you in the halls and being a bitch to you, or like dapping you up or anything. Like um I miss very few. I miss like five people very specifically, and I miss like going to their class and like fucking disrupting their class and shit. Like that was like what I loved doing. But it's also like moving out here and like separating myself so much from that is like I feel like it's making me grow, although I don't really feel it. Like I feel like I'm a lot more rich in experiences now. Like I drove across the country. I moved across the country. I'm working in this strange place. I'm working in a kitchen and I love my job. And I'm working 40 plus hours a week, which people are gonna be like, oh my god, you're only working 40 hours? Bitch, shut the fuck up. I'm an 18-year-old teenage girl. Like, shut the fuck up. Respectfully. Um, but it's like having being so rich in experiences, like my bank account is not rich right now, but like being rich in experiences, like even if I'm not attending college in person, which like I'm starting to regret too. Like I see people post their things, their TikToks about college and stuff, and it's like, damn, like I missed a lot of opportunities to go to college in person. I missed a lot of opportunities to like potentially play a sport out like in college, but it's like I never really wanted that, and I think I'm just being like I think I'm just getting jealous. I think that's my issue is that I'm starting to get really jealous about people and their paths they chose. But like I feel yeah, I think that's my issue. Like now that I'm beginning to actually say this out loud because I haven't really talked to anybody about this. Um which is another thing why I just randomly decided to like continue this podcast is because like even with so much happening and like I ran out of time. Literally like I didn't have time to record an episode like before I moved, and now that I've been here for 2 months now, almost 2 months, and now that I've gotten settled, I can be like, okay, I can chill out, and now I have like now I can do my things that I want to do, and I can like have the time to set aside to do these things. But like I just stopped having time to record this podcast, and that's why I stopped, and now I'm continuing because it's like now I have the time and now I want to continue. And it's also like I use this podcast as a way to vent and a way to like reconnect my feelings to myself and be like, yeah, you're being jealous. You need to stop being jealous, you little cunt. I've been like really aggressive with my words lately. It's because I work in a kitchen and we're crazy. um, but that's like I said, that's the reason why I'm going to continue this podcast because it allows me to vent and allows me to feel these things that I don't necessarily could name. And that's why I'm able to like name that I'm fucking jealous of these people that I went to school with, and I feel like they're so much farther than me. But it's like, it's also like teaching me the fact that like I have like a few goals for me. That's no, no, no. No, look. I was hitting the desk. Okay? I was hitting the desk. No. The dog's barking. I hit the desk. My mistake. No. Hey. Get down. Um, I completely forgot what I was talking about, to be honest with you. And I'm not gonna edit that out because I really do not have the like effort in me to do it, because I'm recording this and I have a really massive headache, and so like I'm like not gonna do that. But I have like a few goals that I want to hit in the next 3 years. I have a goal to buy a house before I turn 21, which I'm 18. I turn 19 next month, like in less than a month. Indigo, which is crazy. Like that's my last year to be a teen. I'm no longer a teenager after that. Like I'm an adult, which is crazy. But I have a goal to buy a house before I turn 21. And for the longest time, that was like my main goal, because I was like, oh, I want to buy a house before any of these bitches graduate college, which is the goal because I want to start creating assets for myself and just do that. But it's like the fact that I like, as soon as I graduated, I was like, okay, I have 4 years. I have less than 4 years, because like I know a few people are like doing their degrees in 3. So it's like before I turn 21, I want to buy a house. I guess I will say that before I turn 22, I want to buy a house, because I want to buy a house either 21 or younger than that. So before I turn 22, I need to buy a house, or that's my goal, to buy a house, I should say. And then I just have like a few others, just like that aren't like as prominent as that. Like at the moment, I can't think of other goals that I have in the next 3 to 5 years besides buying a house. I want to actually own multiple houses. I want to buy like a duplex and just continue to buy housing for assets and renting it out. And it's like I'm not going to be that mean landlord that like is like $1,800 a month for one room. No, rent out to college students or like single mothers or single fathers. Like I'm aware. I grew up poor. I was still like I was really low middle class. So it's like, yeah, I can say poor without actually being like, oh, I'm in the poverty line. Like I still had heating and water and stuff like that. But it's like I grew up not in a great childhood and like stuff like that. But it's like I understand like money being freaking tight. And it's like money's tight for me right now too. Like I say that it doesn't need to be really tight for me, but it's just like I'm trying to be very self-conscious of my spending, which like I feel like I am for like 3 days, and then like for 2 weeks I'm like spending an absurd amount. Which is like what happened. Like I was like, okay, I'm not going to spend money, and then I found out that Chase Atlantic is having a concert, and I just went and spent $400 on a concert ticket, or 2 concert tickets. My bad. So, but yeah, that is like just like kind of like that was really fucking everywhere. Um, but I already feel better about talking. I'm sitting like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, so the video viewers of this are gonna be like, what the fuck is she doing? I'm also reading a script on this on my computer, so I'm looking down. So I feel like I just look like kind of an idiot this entire time. But yeah, I just wanted to give like a little recap and just allow myself to like kind of rant about a lot of random ass things, but like where I'm at, moving across the country. And people like I've been getting asked a lot actually before I end this out. I've been getting asked a lot lately how it is over here, which I live in North Carolina. I used to live in Oregon. Um and they've been like, "Oh, how's it over there?" Like I'm like, "Dude, like I miss my fucking dog." Like the dog that's in this that's barking is my roommate's dog, and it's not my dog. So I'm like seeing her interact with her dog, it like makes me like I feel like I'm mourning. Like I am mourning my dog and she's not even dead. Like I feel like I'm like there was like kind of like a health scare for her, like my dog. And it immediately like I heard about it at work, like I had gotten snapped by my stepmom, and she's like, hey, she's like, we might have to take Josie to the ER vet, and I was like, nuh-uh. And I was looking at flights for that night, like after I'd gotten off work. Like I was looking to spend like $2,000 on a fucking flight back home just so I can make sure I see my dog before she dies. Like I feel like I'm mourning something that hasn't died yet, and I feel like that's one of my biggest issues with moving. It's like I feel like I'm mourning all these events. Like I missed my brother's 9th birthday this year because I moved in July and I got here July 31st, and I like that's too quick of a turnaround to like buy tickets because I didn't have a job until halfway through like August. And so it's like there's no way I could have made it to my brother's birthday, which like I wish I would have. And I feel like I'm mourning something that like has happened, but I couldn't be a part of. And I feel like there's a lot of things like that that I've been like that's been hitting me. It's like, oh yeah, like I feel like I'm just like I said, mourning. Like I'm mourning the people that I'm no longer near their presence and stuff. So I'm gonna end there because I'm just like going kind of everywhere. But top 3 things from this episode, I guess, is like I'm fucking jealous of a lot of people. I feel like I'm really behind compared to others, and I am mourning people and events that have no reason to mourn for. Like they haven't died. Oh my gosh, I have a really dry throat. But that's like where I'm at kind of right now. And it's like Jesus Christ. My throat just got really dry. But yeah, that's just like how I'm feeling. So, yeah, thank you for listening to this episode or watching. If you're watching this, like please tell me. I spent $30 on this webcam from Walmart and it has a decent audio or video quality. There's like something on the lens like right there. It's kind of bothering me, but it's like I've never been in front of cameras, so I feel really awkward. I also feel like I like sit really weird now that I'm like actually like looking at myself. But anyways, thank you for listening to this podcast. If you could leave it like a good rating, that'd be amazing. I just need feedback. Leave a comment. I don't give a fuck if it's anonymous. Just be like, I understand that, or like let me know like how it made you feel, like audio quality, video quality, just like let me know those things. Because obviously I want to get better at this. Not to make money, but just to like be able to vent to people who can like relate to it and understand that yeah, it's probably a normal feeling. Or maybe I'm just actually completely fucking insane. Because knowing both of those would actually be like really great. So like leave it a rating. 5 stars if you could. Or if this podcast really fucking sucks, leave it a 1 star. Let me know. Be brutally honest with me. Like I don't care. Just don't be honest. Like just don't be honest with like so much sugarcoating, okay? Just tell me. Anyways, yeah. Till next time, this is Talking Wall Podcast. Thank you.